non-copyrighted music.
Yeah,
I can't.
that's the beautiful thing about my music is it's all. Somebody was asking me who's the name of the musician, and I'm like, I'm the musician, and it's my copyright. And I found it so interesting that that was the first question. They basically asked me, "Who's the copyright holder on this?" And I was like, "Who?" I'm like, "Oh," they were like, "What's the name of the song?" I'm like, "The name of the song is the name of the YouTube title." It was kind of an interesting moment when somebody was like, "I want to know who this musician is." It was pretty cool.
It's nice to have recognition when you've never had a lesson, huh?
Never had one lesson.
That's the first. Dude, that should be the name of your first album. But you gotta get a better stage name than music, though. Hey, you know what it should be? You know how when drummers go crazy on stage and they start fucking up the drum kits? The Kitover. I don't know. Just playing on words. Yeah, man, I hope you do well. Even if you don't win, I hope you show up and show out, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, because that debate, like, honestly, I think you had people like cheering out of pocket.
I did because I was that whole audience.
I saw you look over and you're like, huh, and you just went right back to what you were saying. It wasn't like you were like, you know, you had an interaction with her. You went back to what the question was, and you know that means that you're focused and
Yeah.
and you're like on point. Like, you know, that was actually a defining moment, honestly, when I was watching all those debates.
Yeah, that was my first public, speech or my first public debate. But it's really it's really multiple speeches, and it was my
I
first
didn't
public
like the fact
showing.
that you had to, like, you know, flip the microphone side to side. It was kind of ghetto.
Well, see, you know what I didn't do, which I didn't catch on until later, is every time I spoke, I could have clipped it on the live stream, and I didn't do that. I only did it towards the end. And if I would have clipped everything, oh, it would have been so much smarter. But I can listen to the live stream here in my office and then just clip, my speaking points.
I don't need to hear it. From what I saw, I'm down like Charlie Brown. I'd be out there door knocking for you if I lived in your fucking AO.
Well, see, I want to know. So this is part of public speaking: is you analyze your speeches, and then what it will help with is I'll know what I've already said publicly, and then I can build on that, or I can take away from it. But I do want to go back and re-listen to the live stream of that whole thing.
Well, see, the thing is, John, for me, like, I could write everything down, and I could be so articulate and like incisive and introspective and blah blah blah. I don't do that because I don't lie, and it's easy when people know exactly who the fuck I am. Like, I wouldn't want to be the mayor of this town, but if I had to be, fuck, you'd see a sober me real quick. Like, because I don't shirk responsibility. And, you know, what do they say about, like, people that seek great power never obtain it because great power is thrust upon those that don't want it? But it's those that don't want it are the ones that deserve it. Like, I don't look at government the way that I think most people do. Because a lot of people want the power, but I think the people that really have the power really don't fucking want it. And I think that's a big part of needs to be recognized.
Well, I think I read this book like it's called Achieving Zen in the Corporate World, and it was written by some executive, who practiced Zen meditation for 30 years. And there's a lot of, Clown House in a way is like a corporation, meaning that within a large organization, so many personalities come into conflict over the years that Clown House is very much basically the micro of the macro. And it's the same
don't
game
you
everywhere.
give me the theory of relativity versus quantum physics? I'm going to be busting my brain on the square root of -1 until the end of the universe.
Well, one is the solution and the problem.
Well, the square root of -1 never has a solution, but it is the problem.
So if you're a soul or a pro or a soul, and that means you know the solution and the problem, what does that make you? A pro of the soul or a soul of the pro?
Not as dumb as I look and not as stupid as I think I am. I really do need to shave my beard. I look dumb with this big ass beard. I look so much younger when I shave my beard down. Fuck, if I go see my barber, it's gonna be $75 for him to cut my hair and my beard tomorrow. Fuck. I hate paying $75. I remember when it was like $15. How did we go from $5 footlongs to $9.99 6 inches at Subway? Shame on Subway.
So when I asked you whether you were the soul of the pro
I hate that
or
word.
the pro of the soul, are you the soul of the pro or the pro of the soul?
I am the encumbrance in between.
So that's like asking whether the coup is in the Cobs or the Cobs is in the coup. Which one is it?
Well, it'd be like trying to figure out whether I'm the id or the ego when, like, you're trying to talk in each ear, and those are my gates to my temple. My mind is me. That is my ego. I am neither the id or the super ego. I am the ego.
Okay, is the ego a concept?
Well, it's a palace.
Is cancer a concept?
Abnormal growth of tissue, of course.
The crab! The zodiac!
I mean, that's what cancer is, abnormal growth of tissue. Something became malignant. Something changed your DNA.
What I'm asking you is cancer a concept? The zodiac, sir. The crab. Is cancer, the zodiac, a concept? And is ego a concept? Is death? Is Earth a concept?
Oh, I love, like, well, it depends on your definition of concept, I guess.
Is a concept a concept? Is a concept a concept?
Let me ask you a question, my guy. If, I don't take life so seriously that I don't think I get out of life alive, is death really a concept, or do I just really not give a fuck?
Is Earth a concept?
I said is death.
Is death a concept?
I just asked you a question. Why are you asking me another question with the Socratic method?
Is a concept a concept? And is the ego a concept?
I asked you a question.
Oh, what was
Why
your
are you not answering my question?
what was your question?
I said if I look at life at the point where I don't take it so seriously that I think I'm gonna get out of life alive, what the fuck do you think I give a fuck about what concept death thinks it is?
Because I'm trying to make the point that the menu's not the dinner, and everybody on this app is playing a subjective game all the time, even when you're talking about it. So it is basically linguistic one-upmanship chronically, compulsively. And the neurotic thinker and the neurotic user of this app, there's really no harm in it because it doesn't cost anything other than time. And so,
But if that's all I've got and I don't really give a fuck about getting out of life alive, do you think that I give a fuck about wasting it? Honestly, do you think I
well,
care about wasting
I think it becomes basically a dialectic word aesthetic choice where you as the listener, you as the speaker.
I didn't mean to sound so mean. I had to be so phlegm in my throat.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to, basically create content about what I think is aesthetically word pleasing, and hopefully I have an audience, that appreciates it and enjoys it, because basically the earth is an ear, and the word here has the word ear in it, and so your whole life.
Reprogrammed though.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but
No, let me make my point. I'm gonna make my point. It's just one more sentence. I'm making my point. I'm making my point. I'm making my point. Is that each and every one of us, from start to finish, is creating a recording, a track. And so if you got to listen to every sound you ever made and ever heard in the afterlife, then as a critic, because that's no longer you're now viewing yourself from different perspective, different reality, but you got to listen to every sound you ever made. It's a little bit like saying that God knows everything you ever did and gives you a final judgment or a bill of some sort. All I'm trying to say right now to you, and my point is,
that's how it works, but that's not Christianity. But
well, I'm trying to make you more aware of the sounds that you make and the sounds that you listen to.
I don't care.
Well, that's okay. I'm just trying to make a point, though.
I don't care about the death. I don't care about. Why do people want to make me care about shit I don't care about?
I'm not trying to make you care about anything. I'm trying to make an observation.
You just said you want to make me care.
No, I'm trying to make an observational point here. This is called a conversational, maybe possibly debate.
I need you to observe my life. You're not my mom. You're not my dad. Whatever you fucking want to tell me through a friend, like, hey man, I don't think you should drink like that. I mean, you shouldn't smoke crack like that. I've never smoked crack. But bitch, I don't need you to fucking come in my life and try to tell me how to live my motherfucking life.
I'm not. I'm trying to say that.
Yeah, you are. You're being obtuse.
No, hold on. I introduced this.
No, hold on. Is what exactly I just made a point about 3 fucking seconds ago.
Well, what I'm trying to say.
You got that, hey, no, hold on. As like an interrupter, and it doesn't work. It's fucking bullshit.
Okay, so the 3 letters that I'm trying to focus on personally right now is ear, which is here. So, the earth is an ear.
Oh my god.
And
you sound like the fucking biggest retard this side of the universe. I'm glad we didn't do the podcast tomorrow.
Well, do you remember what the Persian word for silence is?
Still didn't do the Zoroastrianism thing that I asked you to do. You didn't do the other song I asked you to do. I get the fact that you don't really like me. You're just using me.
Well, You know, I often think of parasites and hosts. And when I think of a parasite and I think about it, and I get, say I was on the back of a parasite, you know what you would see on a parasite is more parasites. And so the thing is,
Well,
a host.
if you think I'm a tapeworm, try to take a drug and get rid of me and see what I do.
Well, what I'm saying is a host and a parasite are actually, the symbiosis. So the whole thing comes together through creation.
That'll be cohabitation.
Well,
like the moray, the morays on a shark. Little sucker fish that get stuck in the bottom of sharks, they clean all the bacteria off the skin of the shark. Because sharks don't have bladders, so they pee through their skin, and those little sucker fish things that stick to the bottom of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're literally cleaning the bacteria. It's like cleaning the bottom of your feet.
Okay, I got a question for you, Stereo, aka Brian Sellers. I want you to tell me what synthesis, thesis, and antithesis are, and what they have to do with each other.
Well, synthesis would be like a formation of, kind of like Genesis. Like you're synthesizing, you're making something, you're making something. And what was the second word?
Thesis.
Theology, or like your own understanding of thesis, a condition of pertaining to an understanding. Yeah, it's a condition pertaining to an understanding.
Okay, and what's an antithesis?
Against an understanding.
Okay, do you want to actually hear what I'm talking about, or no?
Was I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're way off. Way off.
All right, so synthesis.
No, this is this is an occult book.
You said synthesis. How was I wrong with what my definition of synthesis was?
Do you want? I can tell you the word that it means.
Make it one sentence.
The word synthesis, when translated to ancient Egyptian, means Horus.
Nigger, do I have to ask the...
Excuse me? Did you just use the hard R, sir? Sir, this is a family-friendly television program, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to kick you to the goo. I take pride in this show, and Mr. Rogers, I would hope that Mr. Rogers was sitting in our audience. Now, if you're prepared to come up and apologize to the YouTube censors and the YouTube moderators, he left us. He left us with a hard R. Sorry, YouTube. We tried our best, but unfortunately, some people wanted to crash out on our show, and we had to move them to the audience. No hard R on the John Kitover podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We do not allow it. Okay, this has been the John Kitover podcast. We're going to go back to some music now that our friend Brian Sellers, who found John Kitover through Instagram, reading a book and playing music, who just did a 2-hour podcast with us, has left the room. This song is called The Heart of Hearing.
This body child of earth and sky, a vessel where the echoes lie, bend the sun with letters spun, holds the secret of the one. Recall the mind, remember well the silent truth the heart can tell about the words itself unsing melody, the heart's sacred strings, a sign of hearing pure. clamor dims, the truth unclear. Whirling noise, it spins its thread and leaves the heart uncomfortably fed. Oh, child of earth and sky, do you hear the whispers night? In the VIV, the truth does lie, a sun's sweet song, a quiet cry. Eyes may see. Few there be with ears to hear. The clamor dims, the truth unclear. Worldly noise, it spins its thread and leaves the heart uncomfortably fed. Oh, child of earth and sky, do you hear the whispers night?
First you put your tefillin by your nachas, by your nachas. The nachas.
Song, a quiet cry. Eyes may see what word.
Hello? 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 Ribono Shel Olam.
Few there be with ears to hear the world's illusions loud and near. A clamor drowns the subtle call, the whispers lost beneath it all. But look, if you've the eyes to see a truth that hums in mystery. Oh, God, the word it softly sings with VAV, the heart of sacred strings, a sign of hearing pure and clear for those who dare to truly hear. This body, child of earth and sky, a vessel where the echoes lie, bend the sun with letters spun, holds the secret of the one. Recall the mind, remember well the silent truth the heart can tell. The word it softly
saying that when they're going through a mental health issue, that it's not a mental health issue, it's your actual identity. You know, you have to encourage that mental health issue. And these people have been mutilated. They have long-term medical problems. As a result, all the people that encourage them into those surgeries, where are they? If you have a look at the number of people that perform sex reassignment surgeries and the number of them that get struck off, the number of them that still continue to practice after they've been struck off, these people are on the wrong side of history, and just because there is a very popular en vogue fad that says, hey, let's all jump on this crazy boat, no, it's doing damage to real people when they're too young to defend themselves. Unfortunately, there is a cacophony of people ready to drown out any dissenting voices saying this is hurting children.
Excuse me, Tuna Boy, but you are transphobic, Tuna Boy.
Do you know, I'm not afraid of trans, but a lot of trans are afraid of me. Are you just being able to turn around and say, you are this thing? Or I could turn around and say the same thing to you, AI Music. You are
Tuna,
basically
I thought
an
you
unlovable
were.
person.
I thought you were going to do this with your child.
Yeah, I went through it. I had to save my child from this indoctrination and from castration chemicals that were being fed to him from 18 months.
You're just castration phobic, Tuna Boy. It's natural to castrate.
You know what? I'm strong enough. Why don't you
curious.
sit on a cot?
What castration chemicals were being given at 18 months old? I never heard of that.
Who invited the fucking horde of things here to do?
You're just transphobic, Tuna Boy.
At the expense
You're
of the child?
transphobic. Admit it. Admit it. You're transphobic.
No one fucking cares. No, why don't you choke on a fucking cock, you dick? They're trolling, dude. I think they're on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
You're falling for it, Tuna Boy. I tricked you. But I brought out the transphobic in you.
I think they're on your side. No one cares. This idea that you are not welcome in normal society, that's not a strange thought. Just because you have been tolerated doesn't mean that you're welcome or accepted.
Tuna Boy, I'm making a joke over here. Tuna Boy, I'm just making a joke over here, and, you know, I know English is your second language. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm sorry that your child had to go through this, and these people are, you know, wicked, and they enjoy brainwashing. It's a shame.
Just trying to get a reaction in any way that you can because you're an empty person.
Oh, that's projection, Tuna Boy. I'm full of light and love.
Yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that in the loneliness.
So, Tuna Boy, what do you mean the kid was given castration chemicals at 18 months old? Never heard of that.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about it. I mean, he's in a different country, so I'm like, I guess that's what they do. I don't know.
I've just never heard it. I don't even. What do you mean by that?
I mean, neither.
Basically, they axed his kids to eat from a can of tuna fish. There's very high mercury content levels in tuna fish.
Do we still have to put up with this shit? Okay. Alright, well, have a laugh at child abuse because it clearly entertains you guys. That says more about you than it does.
So there's only one person here trolling you, and you're thinking it's the whole stage. There's one person who goes in a room doing this. Ignore him. Answer my question. I'm curious what you mean by castration chemicals at 18 months. I just don't have a point of reference for that.
Ooh, Roland, the knight in shining armor has arrived.
What do I think?
What do you think puberty blockers are?
Roland, do you think you're going to get anywhere with Tuna Boy?
An 18-month-old, so I was curious if you were talking about something else.
Tuna Boy.
Puberty blockers were given to an 18-month-old?
Yeah.
Do you think anybody's going to get anywhere with Tuna Boy? Tuna Boy should be sleeping right now. And first of all, Tuna Boy, what's the point of the room?
Tuna, here's the part that I don't understand, right?
I'll sleep forever. Shut the fuck up or get out.
Tuna, so here's the part I don't understand, because that's why I was curious, because if you're saying they're puberty blockers, puberty doesn't start till like 9. Why would you give an 18-month-old puberty blockers? It doesn't even make any sense.
A lot of the transition movement doesn't make sense. Transhausen by proxy is one of those issues where if you have somebody that's having
Transhausen by proxy.
At 18 months.
All right. Do you know what? I've tolerated enough from this fucking retard. Can we evacuate them like the turd that they are, or are we just going to carry on listening to this?
Yeah, that's.
Can we transition them back to normal?
No. These fucking cheerleaders for child abuse just need to be.
Don't want.
Cheerleaders for child abuse.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But as I was saying that to me, it doesn't make sense that like an 18-month would get like I don't even know how you get a doctor to do that though, because it doesn't even make sense. It'd be like giving somebody who has who's 18 months old and has strong bones osteoporosis medication made for seniors. Like why would a doctor ever prescribe that? It wouldn't even have an effect.
In my case, the general practitioners refused when those drugs were being sought by the custodial parent at the time, and so they went onto Facebook and found a community that was
Rebono
armchair
Shalola.
psychologist and armchair prescribe.
Rebono Shalola.
And that's how my son ended up getting fed completely unscripted medications in the hope
Like
to
who gave the baby that?
his mother.
Oh,
Got it.
shit.
Somebody shared their meds with your 18-month-old kid? Come on, man.
Yep.
Somebody,
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. That's not beyond the realm of possibility in my mind. There are some really crazy people there that project their identities onto their children. I mean, you got like Munchausen by proxy people who make them sick because they like how people treat them when their kid's sick. I don't think it's beyond understanding for somebody to want to fuck with their kids in this way and get attention conversely from maybe a section of society or their people around them that would applaud such behavior. I don't think that's beyond understanding of something like that happening, so I'm not going to outright say he's lying.
Well, I'm going on some of the other things he said, too, that weren't plausible.
Rebono Shalola.
Go on.
Rebono Shalola.
So your values.
Why are you picking your nose? I saw you were picking your nose.
If that was happening, like you were saying,
Stop picking your nose.
The mother should go to jail for using unscripted meds and potentially trying to harm a child. And anybody that gave it to her should go to jail as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. If that happened, too, that's bad. For sure. The person that gave the drugs, too, that was sharing their drugs, they should go to jail, too.
Why? So, do you know what Orangatamariki, the Child Protection Agency in New Zealand, said? They said because the mother is trans, they are part of a protected group, and so we're not going to investigate any further than we already have. So we've got the recorded call of that.
So there's accusations, plausible accusations of someone giving drugs that they're not prescribed to them, and they're just gonna, because the mother's trans, they're not gonna investigate it.
Not only that,
I don't live in Australia or New Zealand or wherever it is, but I'm not buying
we've
it.
also got. Okay, well, to be fair, I don't have to justify myself or my case to you, Jefferson,
Right.
just because you want to hold on to your liberal delusions.
What do you mean delusions? Are you saying trans people don't exist?
You turning around and saying that my situation and my son's case is dependent on whether or not you buy it? How fucking arrogant are you?
Well,
Yo, has your son chosen to detransition? Tuna boy?
you've told a bunch of tall tales. Excuse me for being skeptical.
I'm skeptical because this guy's name is Tuna Boy.
Yeah, no, you're
Yes,
trolling,
yeah,
but
I'm
not trolling
people like you need to be fucking stamped out of existence.
I'm not trolling.
Honestly,
Being
if I needed to hear from an asshole, I would fart. In the meantime, well, you
If
can go
you
to
hear from an asshole, I would fart.
Oh, wow. That's recommend people to kill themselves?
What did I do to you?
No,
You're
don't do that.
people who
Bro,
they don't
you
have
talking about the
soul.
guy's kid? Yeah, what the fuck, man?
I asked to get detransitioned. That's not a valid question.
Bro,
I'm just.
But they did the hair from the asshole.
Here's
Oh,
the
fuck!
question. How many of your fucking boyfriends do you think that I can hit with my car? I'm just asking a question. Fuck you, faggot.
You sound sensitive.
You sound like a target. Tell us. From that photo, I wonder, can we find out where you live? Here we go. Let's see if we can find out your real fucking name.
Rainbow Mountain.
Come on, you faggot fuck.
Bro, what? You're in Auckland?
Alright.
I travel more than you, bro. Like,
So what?
bro, we can. You're in Auckland? Where are you? Where you at? I'm friends in Auckland.
Yeah.
Huh? Where you at?
Oh yeah, you do this shit all the time.
I talked to you like a year ago. Bro. I barely talked to you.
Yeah, and this is what faggots like you like to do. That they'll hold on to little bitchy
You
gripes
sound gayer than
and try
me,
and
bro.
find a way to try and get a reaction later on. Tell you what,
Hey guys, what's the conversation right?
if you want a reaction, all right. So you should put your conversation based online because we can hunt you fucking
Okay,
down
no
like
worries.
the animal
Okay,
that
we're
you are.
gonna, yo. We're gonna not fucking real life. There's no fucking real life on
The
that.
fact that
The real conversation.
fucking shit fuckers will never breed is a good thing for the next gen.
Let's clear the air a little bit. It's getting a little tense. Woo!
Carthage, though a commercial republic, was the aggressor in the very war that ended in her destruction.
How do you feel about the transgenders?
Hannibal had carried her arms into the heart of Italy, into the gates of Rome before Scipio in turn gave him an overthrow in the territories of Carthage and made a conquest of the Commonwealth. Venice in later times figured more than once in wars of ambition, till becoming an object to the other Italian states. Pope Julius too found means to accomplish that formidable lead, line which gave a deadly blow to the power and the pride of this haughty republic. The provinces of Holland, till they were overwhelmed in debts and taxes, took a leading and conspicuous part in the wars of Europe. They had furious contests with England for the dominion of the sea, and were among the most persevering and most implacable of the opponents of Louis Cordier. In the government of Britain, the representatives of the